WNB1 Radio. It's the sounds of Mags in the morning with J-9. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So you witnessed the video. The video in which I'm talking about is Diddy, the video that he put out in regards to how he wants to be portrayed in front of the judge. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie, I started laughing. It's just too much. Like all the crying scenes that they added into him were just too much for me, especially where he has a video denying the whole Cassie incident crying. I think they should have left that out and just did all videos of him and his children, and that's his family.
Yeah, you can't.
But he does spend time with his kids. I mean, you can be a good person and a horrible person.
Yeah. So they could both, both incidents could be true.
Mm-hmm.
But what you just told me, you want to be portrayed one way, but you're denying something else. Like he wants, I'm remorseful, but you're denying the stuff that you did with Cassie.
Right.
So how could you? It's oxymoronic.
So
To me, it's oxymoron. I mean, you can't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't do that." When we have witnessed a video of how and why.
That's why his videos now. It's like that's why you should have never cried. You never should have. But I can see that video. It happened yesterday. I never did anything. Just leave it alone. People mess up. You messed up. Don't come out and do a video that you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I for me, you got to stay one way and stick with that one. You can't flip flop. Show a video of you being a father, and then in the same breath talk, deny wrongdoings with Cassie.
Yeah.
To me, it's a slap in the face.
It's one of those. The judge knows what he's going to do. He's heard and seen what he needed to hear. God don't sleep. So regardless of what may have seemed to happen, he's going to get his name. However, we may not see it with the years, but there's other things that's in.
Yeah.
Feeling
Yeah. So the world is watching. We're watching. We'll definitely, if something breaks during the time that we're on the air, which is still 11 o'clock, up another hour. We'll definitely break whatever we're doing, and we'll relay the information to you out there, the listeners, because everybody wants to know. It's been 14 long months, and the world will be watching, as well as us. Let's flip the page on Diddy for a minute, and let's talk about Nicki and Cardi. Your thoughts on the whole thing?
They are who they are.
They are who we thought they were.
Yes, I really was like, all those red carpets, Cardi stepping out, finger waves. The babies. I just kind of thought maybe she matured into this woman who's just a business family woman, and no, you're still for the streets. Like you just dropped an album and you're pregnant.
Yeah.
If that is not reason to not say something back to Nicki Minaj, who's just been running her mouth, coming at Jay-Z. Everybody. Okay,
everybody.
You name it.
Everybody.
So
I told you about the list.
yes.
So earlier, I basically said that Nicki is the female version of Kanye. So you know something? I honestly think that Kanye might have Nicki's in a burner. He might be the one that's really controlling her ex account, because she's following his script. Unhinged, just like spewing anything out at the mouth, and so you as you recall, Kanye made a list, which included his kids, people who betrayed him.
Yeah.
Now, if my kids betrayed me, that would be between me and my kids. Everybody else, like I said, kids, I think are offline. You don't go there. As a mama bear, right?
Yeah.
Somebody comes to your kids, what you gonna do?
I'm I'm attacking.
You flipping out, right?
Period.
The mama bear is gonna come out, real hard. But yeah, so yeah, it's a whole nother thing. So, like I said, Nikki has made a list. All right. So, in the list, she put Jay Z verses, but it's not really Jay Z verses. It's her verses.
Yeah.
Nas, DMX, Jazzo, Pac, Future, Bobby Shmurda, Mobb Deep, LL Cool J, Drake, Lil Wayne, Birdman, Emil, Tia Marie, Eve, and Dipset. So she's pretty much going back in history and talking about people who, at some point in time, had a little bit of riff with Jay Z.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you bringing up stuff that happened maybe over 20, 30, 30 years? Yeah, that's 25, 30 years ago.
Like,
listen, Jay-Z and Nas men of defense. Just because you had a minute with him, and that's what it was. It was a minute. It was a minute. And I think he even saw the, you know, the light with her and was like, nah, man, you know what? You ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would have did a lot of stuff with her. Now, so in looking at a lot of those different interviews, the one that comes to mind is the one with Lil Kim. I don't know if you recall the interview with Lil Kim, but Lil Kim basically went out there and was like, listen, you know, she's on top. She's that woman right now, and she basically is, you know, she's putting a lot of people down for no reason at all. You know, as women, basically collectively, we should be upholding each other and not tearing each other down. And she said, listen, when Lil Kim said basically, when she came to me and asked me for some advice and everything, I was genuine with her. And then, you know, in contrast, she would go and do interviews, and she would always be like, nah, you know, people are saying, you know, I want to try to be like, Lil Kim. I'm Nicki Minaj. I don't want to be like nobody. And, you know, I've done interviews with her, and, you know, she's her, like kind of throwing shade at Lil Kim. And Lil Kim's like, why has she got two different personalities? Why is she acting one way with me, and then when she's with other people, acting another way? Yeah. And like, there are so many interviews after interviews after interviews, and she's just contradicting everything she says. And there's one thing about tape, man. There's one thing about media. When you say something and you do something totally opposite, the internet is going to call you out on it, right? The internet is going to call you out on it. And you know, if you go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you know, all you got to do is punch in the Cardi B, Nicki Minaj thing, and you see so many clips of her talking about, you know, especially her once again talking about, oh, we should, you know, as female rappers, we should uphold and not tear each other down because, you know, as females, we are already second-class citizens in the entertainment business. You know, we've got other things, and we shouldn't tear each other down. We should always uphold each other.
Is another level there.
Yeah,
it's not like R&B.
Yeah, so the internet is pretty much going in on her right now. They're like, "What are you doing, Nikki? You know, this is Nikki.
She's done. Like, this is like,
yeah, and
slow death."
And the sad part about it is you know, over the last 15 years or so, she's been the hit rapper. She's been for lack of better words, she's been the, you know, she obviously had the pink print. She is the blueprint for female rappers, and everybody, you know, aspired to be her in the way how she rapped, the way how she, you know, how she dressed, how she looked, and, you know, how she carried herself. Now the whole narrative is switched up now because they're seeing her for something that, you know, you know, she tried to portray, but it's showing a whole new light, and it's not a positive light. Like I said, I think once you start talking about kids, the gloves come off.
Yeah.
And let's just say, if I had to put my money on, the two and the beef, and going hand to hand, I think I'm taking Cardi.
I told you, Cardi's biting within 30 seconds. She looks like a fighter.
Yeah.
She's.
So listen. If I had to put down a bet in Vegas, if they were to go out there and fight,
Yeah.
I'm taking Cardi all day. I'm doubling down on Cardi, man. I'm
She just
doubling.
looks like she's full of energy.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah.
gonna move so fast. She won't even be able to get. You
Um,
won't even be able to touch her.
Like I said, this isn't their first brush with beef. If you recall, I want to say it was about maybe 4 years ago or so. I don't know. Could maybe it could have been a little longer, but when they had that brush up on the, they were at an award show, and they've got a long standing beef, and I think it's, a lot of people try to point it out, um, and I think Nikki felt shaded by what Cardi said about her in an interview. I seen one video of Cardi talking about, um, like, I don't know her. I really never.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
like, who is she anyway?
Yeah. Like I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I've spoken to her a couple times, but we don't get down like that. She felt it as a diss, and
That's just keeping it real. Like,
yes.
she's not claiming someone.
And when Cardi was the it rapper coming through, I think Nikki felt a little shade, and she felt threatened by her, because let's face it, when there's a new person on the block that's coming into your territory, and you're considered the top, you get a little offended. I mean, it happens in business. It happens in everyday life. It happens in sports. A good point for that is, we can look at a new basketball player that came in, female, Caitlin Clark, right? She came into the WNBA, and everybody was like, "Nah, not today, young girl." You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming in with all this fire. You know what I'm saying? We've been here for years. You got to earn yours, right? So it happens in everyday life and everyday, different aspects of life, whether it's sports, entertainment, the business. That's just the person showing their fire, in their love and their passion. But people tend to display it in different ways, right? And this is what we got going on right now with me. I think just somebody needs to take her phone away.
It needs to go.
Somebody
At this point, why didn't the carrier take it away?
Yeah.
Like, whoever she signed up to, just shut her up.
Yeah,
shut it down. It's beyond somebody taking the phone.
She's on another planet.
I know you can't like ruin your career, but yeah, you can ruin it. Like, no one's vibing up to you right now.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's
like, yeah, I just.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's just a wild, it's just a wild. I think about it.
Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Your kids look like monkeys. Like.
Yeah, like I said, once you and all the mothers out there can, including yourself, man. There's a different like. There's different levels when you start talking about, the baby bears, mother bears. They get crazy.
Like, I'm not going online.
No, but
that's one thing I wouldn't do.
Yeah, but something.
I'll see you.
Oh, that's what she said in so many words. She said, Cardi was like, "Listen, I'm gonna see you when I see you." You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go back and forth. But she fell right back into the trap. Yeah. The next day, she kept going. Nikki kept going at her, and she fell right back into the trap. At this point in time, I think I would just be like, "Listen, man, you know what? You are who you are, and as you continue to put out these tweets, people are seeing you for what you really are,
but
and who you
even
really.
Like the growth that say Cardi is supposed to have, right? That she talks about, and then all these young girls or women or whoever change lives that are following you, and you want the same old raggedy crap.
Yeah, it's you know,
Like she's going hard too.
I get it.
She started talking about Nikki's kid too. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
they both went to a place. I think that it shouldn't have gone, man. If you want to keep it, you want to keep it. We've seen this, right? We've seen it with the Drake and um, the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar
Kendrick,
beat.
yeah.
Once it went to kids, it took a whole new meaning.
Hmm.
I mean, I could honestly say the same thing, man. I mean, once you start talking about my kids, man, the gloves are off.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, man, you could call people, you could call all people all kinds of names, but once you said your mother, oh, you
Yeah,
said
that's
my
the whole.
mother,
Yeah, you don't go there.
oh, you gonna learn today, right? Uh, and it's the same way with the kids. You know, once you start talking about the kids, man, that just brings it to a
Just don't do that.
whole
Yeah.
different level, man. One which is hard to come back from.
Hmm.
And I think, they both. I think there's a point of no return now.
Right.
Um,
Oh, of course.
there's a point of no return, and I think that I think even the greatest of great uh, people who could bring them together. Just think about you know the greatest negotiators that there are, or the greatest people that mend relationships. I don't even think they would be able to mend this
No.
relationship.
No.
Like I said, it's gone to a place where it's irreversible,
Hmm.
point of no return, and so be it.
Yep.
Did you happen to see the Breakfast Club? There was an interview. They did an interview because obviously, in her rant, Nikki's rant, she went off on the whole Breakfast Club. She went in on Charlemagne the God, talking about he gay. She followed Dame Dashes. She went on Just Hilarious and said, "Listen, you're a broke comedian, just with your bald headed broke rapper who looks like a man. Just you're not funny. Don't know why you're there." Um, she went off on DJ Envy, called him a crook. Yeah,
What
yes, went off on
is wrong with her?
went off on DJ Envy, called him a crook, in the way of being a the whole saga that he had with the houses and all that stuff, and called him a crook. He's going to
Who
be
has
taken
the
down.
time to
And then
report all of this?
and then she went off
She.
on the I guess whoever the director was of the show, saying that he's tried to take her down before. So yeah, they gave her the donkey of the day the other day. They basically were like,
Well
"Listen,
deserved.
you get the donkey of the day." I thought Charlemagne put together a well scripted response.
Hmm.
He said, "Listen, once again, you are and you were and once the goat of female rappers, to be considered by many as a goat. But what you're doing now is you're tearing down your legacy. And
Hmm.
it's like a building crumbling
Hmm.
all in
Hmm.
one day.
Hmm.
And then they started running the clips back of her talking about, oh, you shouldn't do this, and then they played the current clips. So it was like
Back to back,
compare
right?
contrast, and like I said, I thought it was well put together.
Hmm.
And now it's just if I'm her PR person, I'm looking for ways in which I could spin this
Set them
somehow,
on
some
fire.
way. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you'd have to come with a whole fire
Oh
truck
shoot.
to put this fire out. But if I'm her PR person, I'm telling her right now, stop.
Hmm.
I get you got an album coming out. She's announced she's got an album coming out, probably in February of 2026.
Hmm.
This is the wrong way to go about
Right.
it. If you think that all the stuff you're doing right now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some people who will gravitate to going and buying her new album
Yeah.
because of this, waiting to see what is going to be spun up because of the fact that
Just go to YouTube.
this beef. But it's for me, it's all in the wrong way.
Hmm.
It's all in the wrong way. Um, I don't know. A lot of people are pointing towards um, some type of medicinal mishaps,
crack.
Crack is back. Crack is back. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say. So I don't know if it's pills. People pointed to pills. They've talked about cocaine. There's a lot of different things. Whatever she is going through, they're saying that she's in a dark spot of hurt and stuff like, because there were rumors of her father uh, sexually, physically, and sexually abusing her. There's a lot of rumors out there. I don't know what are true. I'm just alleged. I should say alleged. I don't know. But they're just saying that she's
trauma.
Yes, a lot of trauma. It's it's being projected through through this dark place that she's in. And typically, I mean, let's face it. Typically, when we've witnessed, Kanye is like the poster boy for it. When you're going through something emotionally, sometimes you lash out at people, and you project it in all the wrong ways. And I'm not a therapist, nor did I stay at a Motel 6 yesterday, but I think with enough of my own personal happenings, I think I could say it's safe to say that she probably is going through something. And I think lashing out at everybody is just a prime example of it. You can't have like 70 different enemies in one day.
No.
I could see one or two, but once you get to 15 and 16,
and that you actually care about, like, there's enough people in the world.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, but yeah, it is what it is. Once again, thoughts and comments in the link here below. Let us know your thoughts. Like I said, if they were throwing hands, I'm definitely putting my money on Cardi. Cardi,
she's biting.
Yeah, I'll put my money on Cardi. But listen, in the end, man, not too many beefs we see happen end positively. Not everybody's gonna have the Jay-Z and Nas ending.
Right.
They're more likely
years.
Yeah, years of mending. And not everybody's gonna have the Pac and Biggie ending. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I should say they're more likely to have a Pac Biggie ending. We see more negative happens in beef than we see positive. So ladies, man, get your stuff together, man. Y'all got kids, you're adults, you're parents, you're supposed to be role models. Once again, your kids are going to be reading this stuff when they're old enough to read, when they're old enough to go, like Culture is old enough to go to X. She's old enough to go on social media to see what is actually going on. What type of conversation is Cardi going to have with her? Like, listen, this is what went on there. No, stop it. The less you put out there.
Cardi's defense is that she was defending her children.
Yeah, but in turn, she did the same thing. She went after her children.
But that was her and she only responded because
So I just look at it this way. In return, you say your piece, you say what you need to say, and then you let it go. You literally let it go. Yeah, I thought the what was supposed to be the end. I'm gonna just say this.
You get a shiesty and you roll up on him.
Paper
towel.
You just say your piece and you let it be. And you say, listen, this is what I did. And that's it. Let it go. Ladies, let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, I thought you were going to Keisha.
All right. Time on deck is 10:17. We're here until 11 a.m. When we come back next break, of course, we gotta pay homage to the birthday people celebrating birthdays on this third day of October, man. It's tough to say that already. October already. We got 3 months left, and we're gonna be into the new year. So when we come back, I'm gonna let you know all about WMB1 Radio's comedy show, which is about a month away. All right, I'm gonna let you know about that and a little bit more. All right, so y'all keep it tuned, keep it locked right here, WMB1 Radio. Mags in the morning and J-9. So let's go. Let's wake up.